Hey guys, Kevin. Today we're going to salvage a printer. Get a small container for the screws. We have a place in the office that you can just dump all the screws here. We're going to remove the duplexer by squeezing those two tabs. Just take a closer look. We only want the clean and new ones. Remove two screws from this side. Now you can bend the scanner back and you're going to see the two, we call it FFC cables, flat flex cables, and they're going to come out of the mainboard without any problem. So don't worry, just bend it back and it's going to come out. Now we remove four screws. Take a flathead screwdriver and see where the Epson logo is, and you're going to pry it once, pry it on the side, then pry one more on the right side, or you just use your finger to force it, and it's going to open. First thing we want from here is the scanner glass. It's secured by the big plastic tabs, really easy to remove. This is called the scanner lamp, and it's very easy to remove. See where the FFC cable is, there's a cover on it. Just flip open that cover and it falls right off. Now I'm going to remove those FFC cables. It is double side taped on the bottom, so it's easier if you pry and remove the tabs on top of it. Then you can just pull straight up. Otherwise, you get a glue on the bottom and a tab on the top, really hard to remove. This big iron core, I just dig it out and then pull the cable out. And then I remove the cable from the motor unit. Yeah, this leftover part is called the scanner motor unit. Then we're just going to go around and remove every screw we see. Some screws are black, so it's hard to find. And yeah, you can count the number of screws afterwards. You can just, yeah, there are two in the front. And you can just count the screws at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then you can get all of them removed. And remember, there are like a couple screws underneath. And this screw on the side is going to hold in the waste tank. And for some reason, this one is pretty hard to remove. So you kind of slide towards your left, and the cover will come out. We're going to remove two side panels. It should be pretty easy to remove. If something holding it, just jiggle it. There's probably one screw that's not removed. Then this is the waste tank. We don't keep the waste tank. You also collect together, so when you come to the office, you can dump it. Now this side, and whatever screw, remove them. Now we can take another side panel off, and we're going to also remove the cover for the ink tank. A couple more screws, and we're going to remove this top plate. For the LCD panel, we're going to pull out the FFC cable, remove the screws, and we're going to have a hinge, pair of hinge, left and right. So when you leave today, grab some Ziploc bags. We're going to put the left and the right hinges in the same bag. And this is the LCD panel. For the paper tray, there are two tabs, one on the left, on the right. You can just use your finger, push it in, and the tray can be removed. Now grab this clear plastic piece and hold it and slide towards your right, and you'll be able to lift this plastic piece. And now you can lift all the dampers, we call it dampers and tubes. There are two screws holding the white plastic piece. Once you remove those two screws, you can individually pull the tubes out, or you can just lift all together. Be careful, this is the place that you may have ink stand on your finger, or the ink might fly everywhere in your room. Okay, now I'm trying to remove this front plate and get all the screws out. And why is not removed? Okay, let's see. I got two deep screws that I didn't see. So one here and another one on the other side. You can just jiggle it and just notice when the kind of movement stops, then you can know where it has a screw holding it. And this part has a media card that you put a media card in it, and there are a couple screws holding it, and remove those screws. For this, we're going to save the cables, but not the media card itself. For this part, right now I'm not saving any tanks, but I just want to show you how to remove the tanks. And there are like a line of screws here. Each one secure one tank. I'm going to remove it. And the screws on top. Again, we're not saving the tanks right now, so you don't have to do this. Just in case, someday maybe I say, hey, can you save the tank for me? Or maybe somebody put a gun in your head, say, you have to remove the tanks. There's a hook underneath. You have to push it back, then lift it up. And this is called a star wheel, that we're not saving this piece. And then we remove this top cover. The next thing we're going to save is a power supply. You don't need to turn in the cord for the power supply. However, just throw them into a big box or something and bring them in, and we reuse those cords, but we don't save them specifically for this model. Now this long cable is the FFC for the control panel, for the LCD panel, if you remember earlier. So save this. And the other cable is the cable for the media card. You're going to see a clear disc right here. It's secured by double-sided tape, so you can just lift it up. And these also need to be individually wrapped, so get another bag, put in the bag. You'll need a size 1 screwdriver bit, and we have plenty of them here. If you need one, let me know. Just grab one before you leave. This guy is called a PF sensor, and they look like this. You will find a clear belt and pull it out from the right side. Then on the left side, it has a spring. You're going to take it out of the spring and take a look of the clear belt. If you see any dirt or ink mark on it, use a white towel, wipe it 3 times. And if after 3 times, like this one, still there, throw it away. We're not going to keep it. And this scale with the spring needs to be put in a bag. We need to remove 2 screws on this motor. One screw is on the bottom of the rail, and you're going to see another side of the rail is blocked by this bell thing. We're going to remove the bell, and then there's a spring here. We're going to just use another thing, just remove the spring. Please wear protective glasses when you do this. I don't want the spring poke your eye. We're not going to save the spring for parts, but please throw into the pile that we will save the screws, and eventually we'll be able to use it somehow. Now push this black thing down, and you can remove the assembly. Now you can get to this screw. So unscrew this and every screw on the rail. And now we can remove this motor. The rail is hung on with this, we call it D shaft. You can just yank it out. And to do it accurately, you want to save the D shaft, and you're going to see a little hole there, and poke it in, and then you can slide the whole black box towards the left, and then remove the black box, and then you can save the D shaft. I'll just yank it out. So we pull towards me, and then we flip it, and they're going to get out of the D shaft. You can see why I call it D shaft. And you can see that the black box falls off too. There's nothing we're going to save on that box. And the flip over, in the middle of those black plates, you're going to find this thing look like a cross, and that's the PE sensor. Again, those springs, we don't specifically save those, and just throw into your screw box, and we're going to just mix them up with the screws, and we're going to reuse them when we repair things. Now we flip over this printer carriage and the side with a white FFC cable. You're going to lift up this really long thin tab. Once you lift it up, you can push the plate down and remove the plate. And on the bottom, you can see there's a little FFC cable go to a sensor. And you can use your dental tool, and you can grab a dental tool when you're in the office and slide this sensor out. This is called a PW sensor. If you had ink on it, you want to get a towel and clean up the ink. Now we can slide this printhead from the rail. What's holding it? Oh, it is the CR belt. So we're going to keep this CR belt. And we're going to take this CR sensor in the middle. There's a white clip here, and in the middle of the clip, you lift it up, and you can push towards your right, and the clip will come off. And then we can just disconnect the cables on the mainboard, and this is the printhead cable. And then we take off the mainboard. And on the mainboard, there's a black FFC, and there's a small 4-pin FFC. If you don't see it, you don't see it, don't worry. Okay, that's all folks, and you just strip the whole printer to parts. And remember, recycle. We have people here from Triad Recycle Center, and they're gonna come in once a week and just bring all the parts here and have a place for you guys to dump.